Namaste, Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva. I shared a process, a sadhana, a yoga couple of days back. It talks about 3 different times during the day. It happens daily when sun rises, from that time onwards up to 20 minutes. That's first. Second is when there is midday, the sun is above our head. So before that 20 minutes and after that 20 minutes, total duration of 40 minutes. And when the sun sets, before that 20 minutes. So from that point of time before 20 minutes up to sunset. So these are 3 most important times during the day, during the 24 hours. What happens during those times is well documented in the Rugveda. If you are interested, you can read and try to understand Rugveda Mandal 1, Mandal 1st, Sukta 116, 117, 118 and 119 maybe. Talks about these suktas talk about Ashvinee Kumaras and how they benefit us, how they help us, how they help the life forms across the globe. And what they do is they use the sun rays. They during these three times they enter the atmosphere of the earth by riding over the sun rays, and they reach to the earth and help the vegetation and the animal life and all forms of lives on the earth. And Rigveda says that those 2 Ashvinee Kumars, one destroys various diseases, and the other, they are twin brothers. The other brother, it helps nourishes all the lives on this earth. So if we try to relate this as a metaphor to natural events occurring in the atmosphere, when you studied optics in school times, you must have come across this very nice experiment, and you might have observed that in many different times during your life also, if you are a little careful. Take a glass of water and put a pencil in that glass. So the part of the pencil above water versus the part of the pencil submerged in water, the rays reflected upon those 2 parts reach differently to us. So the rays coming out of water, they are little deflected. So what we see is it's the same one piece pencil, but it's broken in the middle where it is submerged in water. So it's a very well-known phenomenon. It occurs at many places. We see it every day in many spheres of lives. And so similarly, so that thing, the optical phenomenon, occurs in our atmosphere as well. Atmosphere consists of various gases, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and whatnot. And because of that, the atmosphere, though it is transparent, I wouldn't say 100% transparent. Nowadays, because of pollution, it is translucent, but almost transparent. The atmosphere becomes dense, and because of that, it creates an optical effect, a phenomenon that I just described. So when sun rises or sun sets, the rays coming out of the sun disperses in the atmosphere and deflects. So we see reddish sky. Even the sun looks reddish during those times. And when the sun is right above our head, the rays coming from the sun are all almost reaches us unfiltered. So it is filtered, but for simplicity, we'll say that all the 7 colors are combined the most during midday time. So these 3 different times of the day are very important for spiritual progress, and that's why the rishis especially mentioned in Rugveda that we have to do Trikal Sandhya. Trikal is 3 times and Sandhya meaning twilight. So morning twilight, 20 minutes up to 20 minutes after sunrise. Midday twilight is when the sun is right above our head, 20 minutes before that up to 20 minutes after that. So total 40 minutes of period of that twilight. And evening twilight, which is just before sunset, 20 minutes. So during that time. So these 3 times are considered very auspicious to do any type of task. And if you are inclined towards spirituality, you can chant mantras, you can do japa, you can do dhyana, you can also do or perform your puja, your daily worship and all that during these 3 times as much as possible. You must do at least 2, morning and evening twilight, and if possible midday as well. So 3 different times Trikal Sandhya. And Ashvinee Kumaras, they are metaphors. So if we look at the sun rays, it is composed of 7 different colors and two extremities, violet and red. Those 2 colors, they have different properties. So violet color is known to kill virus and bacteria and small life forms. So it is kind of a destroyer of diseases. Whereas red color, it nourishes plants, vegetation and our body as well. So that's why Ashvinee Kumars are represented that way in Rugveda. And let's begin our journey and do the sadhana. Even if you don't believe in spirituality or any god, just be with the sun, try to observe, try to absorb and be one with the cosmos. That's very important as a human life form. Pranam.